Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody. Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits. We got some breaking news, guys, and we got to get straight into this. So I'm going to make this intro very, very quickly. Very, very quick. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope this news, this not so great news, obviously, we already knew what we were expecting here, but now it looks like we got some new updates, which I want to share with you guys very, very quickly. Like I said, not going to be here for a very, very long time, but this is still information that that I want to make sure you guys know about. So please, if you're seeing the title above down below, it's not great news, but obviously we knew what to expect. Now we are close to the chapter on this part of the story, on this part of the case. So please do me a favor. Be sure to hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. Crush it, make it scream out your name, all that stuff. Please and thank you. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on Facebook, because I see a bunch of y'all on Facebook, so show some love. If you're watching on X, please be sure to follow me on X, okay? Please and thank you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button on my Facebook page, please and thank you. Hit that join button down below. Become a member. Join my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. And, of course, I also have PascalMerch.com. Go check out my store. I got a lot of great stuff over there, a lot of handcrafted stuff over there made by these two hands. So please go over there and check those things out, okay, when you get some time. Okay, guys, we got some not so great news. Obviously, we already knew earlier this afternoon, we saw together as a family, we watched a press conference from 5-0, from the police department in the Osceola County, okay, giving us and breaking us news that they were confident to say that little Madeline Soto has passed away, and that this is now a recovery. This is now about recovery than it is actually about rescue. Of course, if you don't remember, 13-year-old Madeline Soto went missing after she allegedly was dropped off at her bus stop for school, or actually she was dropped off a few blocks away from her school, and she was last seen by her mother's boyfriend by the name of Stephen Stearns. Here's his face as well. All right. Now, obviously, a lot of things have transpired pretty damn quickly. Okay. A lot of things have transpired over this past week. She went missing on Monday. She was reported missing Monday evening, maybe late afternoon. And it has been FBI, every type of acronym you can think of in law enforcement has been out there trying to find this little girl, of course, by the name of Madeline. Okay. Again, she just recently turned 13 years old. So so I consider her still 12 years old. I know she turned 13, but at the same time, shoot, this kid just turned 13. Now, police gave us a press conference earlier today saying that she's gone, that they believe she was gone, but now they're trying to recover her remains. So we do now have some updates, which I want to share with you guys here. So let me take this down. Let me get this guy's fugly face out of my vision. And let me share with you guys this tweet that was posted about an hour ago. Okay. And thank you guys. Shout out to the people shout out to the family on X. I appreciate you guys giving me updates. Without you guys, sometimes I'd be lost. Okay. I had just gotten back home, literally just gotten back home and got this information thanks to you guys. So I wanted to hop on here and give you guys the news, okay, the developing news around this case. So let's take a look at this. Obviously, as you saw 5 hours ago, they said that they were confident that missing 13-year-old Madeline Soto is down here, just so we can look at this, okay, that Madeline Soto is for sure gone. There was evidence that revealed that she was never dropped off near her school on the morning of February 26. Law enforcement was still working hard to find her. Now, obviously, just a quick reminder, they were saying in this press conference that they were going they watched a whole bunch of surveillance footage, etc., and they showed this piece of work, Stefan, however you say his name, dog water, garbage water, pig vomit, whatever you want to call him, okay? Trash man number 7022, okay? They apparently saw him discarding some of her personal belongings in a dumpster, and they are led to believe that she was in the car, and how she seemed or how she was presented in the car in this surveillance footage gave them the vibe that she was no longer with us on this planet, that he had already taken her life and then put her in the car and was planning on discarding her body somewhere. Okay. And the question was still remaining, where, right? So now we're going to do a little bit. I'm going to tell you guys the latest update. Obviously, you see the title above. Okay. But I want to give you guys the latest update right now. We're going to do a little bit of reverse math here. Okay. We're going to not reverse math, but go a little bit backwards. Okay. So just ride with me for a second. So Madeline Soto's body has been found. It is official now. I know some people may have wondered in the beginning, is it her body? Is it not her body? So on and so forth. Her remains have indeed been identified and found. Okay. Now, at about 4:30 p.m. today, off of Hickory Tree Road, Osceola County Sheriff's Office search teams located the remains of Madeline Soto in a wooded area. Madeline's family has been notified. We have no additional information to release at this time. Kissimmee PD is the lead agency in this homicide investigation, and that work continues. So just so you guys know, the information that we have right now, this piece of work took this young girl's life, put her in the car, because they said in this very press conference, which I'll just show you the photo here, in this very press conference here that happened about 5 hours ago, they said that whatever happened, whatever crime, whatever the crime of her life being taken happened somewhere in the house. That's what they believe. They didn't say that in the press conference, but they said it in the press conference, if you feel me. Okay? So he did what he did, put her in the car, drove off, discarded some of her stuff in a dumpster, book bag and whatnot. Apparently through surveillance, they were able to figure out that she was in the car as well. Okay? But she was no longer alive while she was in the car. That's what they have been led to believe. Then he drove off somewhere and discarded this young girl's body. So I got a video news clip, okay, of them talking about this. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit of reverse math because I got some theories. I think he squawked. I think he talked. And I think he talked before their press conference that happened 5 hours ago as well. Let me explain, or I'll explain here in just a little bit. But let's take a look at this news clip. Breaking news here. Now, just really quick, just a quick reminder, guys, okay? What I read to you was an hour ago. This is probably right when it broke, right? So it has been confirmed that the remains that they found in this wooded area are that of Madeline Soto, just so you guys know. So it might be a little bit behind. Oh, yeah, it is. It is muted. Hold on, guys. I am so sorry. Forgive me. Hold on. I got you. I'm working fast here, you know what I'm saying, trying to get this news out to you as quickly as I possibly can. All right. But do me a favor really quick. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Show some love if you can. Okay. Support if you can. That'll be greatly appreciated. I'm going to try this again, but real quick. Belinda, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. And just like Belinda, hit that join button down below. Become a member of the family. Okay. These purple lights don't pay themselves. Okay. I appreciate the support. Anyway, let's try this again. Okay, this was reported before police came out with their update, and it could have been within minutes. I don't know. Okay, Just so you guys know, let's hear this.
35 News starts now.
Can you hear this?
with
Hit the number one.
news.
We start with that breaking news here on the News Edge at 6. We've just been told by multiple sources that a body has been found in the woods near St. Cloud, but we have not received confirmation if it is the body of 13-year-old Maddie Soto. Good evening and welcome. I'm John Brown.
And I'm Hannah McKenzie. Skyfox is flying over a wooded area along Old Hickory Tree Road. Sources say the body was found in a remote area near there. Now, we have live team coverage tonight, and we begin with Fox 35's Manny Martinez in the Alert Center. Manny, what are we hearing?
Hannah, John, this information coming in just within the past couple of minutes. We have confirmed again, and multiple sources telling Fox 35 that at this point a body has been found that off of Old Hickory Tree Road. That is a different area from this video that you're looking at now. This is from a previous search area. A body has been found again, but we have no identification yet, no confirmation yet if that is the body of 13-year-old Madeline Soto, which we know that 4 agencies are right now looking for any clues. This search area that you are looking for is also around the area in Osceola County, but not the one where the body has been found. Again, the body found off Old Hickory Tree Road. Skyfox working to make its way there. Multiple sources telling Fox 35 that body found, no identification yet. However, we are working to confirm more of that information. So John and Hannah will keep making all of those phone calls, working our sources to confirm exactly what investigators found.
All right, thanks a lot, Manny. Well, the Orange County Sheriff believes that Maddie Soto was killed well before she was supposed to be dropped off at school on Monday morning. And Fox 35's Matt Trezza joins us live now from the Orange County Sheriff's Office.
So, Matt, walk us through what happened here. Leading investigators on this search, we know that it's changed hands as well.
Yeah, that's right. So this search was initially put together by the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and they were the ones who are heading it up. They have now passed the investigation over to the Kissimmee Police Department. They're saying that during a news conference this afternoon, at the same time as they announced that they were, quote, confident that Maddie is dead.
Last night, detectives from the Kissimmee Police Department met with Madeline's
Kissimmee.
mother,
Okay.
and they had to tell her the very devastating news that although we have not found Madeline, we are now confident that she is dead.
Sheriff John Mina described the grisly timeline as best he could, saying deputies have proof of suspect Stephen Stearns trying to cover his tracks.
Okay. Of course, I got to jump in. I played a long piece here. Okay. But still, this is very, again, this is all devastating. This is all sad. Yes. From what they understand, the situation, how she lost her life, they are speculating that she lost her life at home. And then, of course, he gathered some of her belongings to make it seem like she went off to school, and then left the phone. Now, could that be a mistake, or was that premeditated? That's a good question. The other question I still have in the back of my mind is what somebody asked in the last show that we had, which was, what's the timeline of those text messages that she had to her friend talking about running away and living out in the woods? You know, like she said, you know, I'd rather live off the fat of the land, you know, when I turned 13. And I'm still wondering, did he try to send a text message to throw police and family off his trail on where he discarded her, or what? You see what I'm saying? So that's one piece I'm still curious about. That's the one thing that I'm really, really wondering in regards to this situation. But again, they were trying to follow this car with the donut in the back, etc. I mean, that's some very crucial information for sure.
We have video evidence that shows Stephen Stearns discarding items in a dumpster in that apartment complex in Kissimmee at 7:35 on Monday, February 26. Detectives later recovered Madeline's backpack and her school-issued laptop from that dumpster. At 8:19, we have evidence that shows Stephen Stearns returning to the complex, and Madeline was visible in that vehicle. We believe she was already dead at that time.
So getting rid of personal belongings, They could see that she was in the car. And the fact that she even was in the car tells them, just from seeing that, they could tell that she was no longer there. Like she was no longer alive. And I'm wondering, did he wrap her up in a rug? Did he do something? What was it that would give them a sign from this surveillance footage that would say, oh yeah, he definitely took her life? That's one piece I'm still curious about. Okay. One other thing I do want to point out before we go back to this 3 minutes, 25 seconds in, there's something in here that I think is interesting. Remember what they said about the car. Okay. Remember what they said about the car when they said the reason why she wanted to get out of the car earlier is because she didn't want to be seen in the car, being dropped off in this car. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This doesn't look like that bad of a car. He really wanted to put out this excuse saying, yeah, she didn't want to be seen with me driving around with a donut. Do you really think she cares? Like, this isn't like some banged up, barely holding on, wrapped in duct tape, dental floss and spit kind of car. It's a decent looking car. See what I'm saying? The fact that he was adding that extra stuff to make it sound like something that it was not, literally she was going to be that judgy or be that, not judgy, but that embarrassed by a donut on the car. So that's what he used as an excuse. Like I said, the math wasn't mathing, right? And let's not forget the interview that we watched before I wrapped a few hours ago. They literally, the mom said that she dropped him off, that she was dropped off at this church. And apparently they were saying that there's surveillance footage of her at this church. But if she wasn't, that was before she went to school. But if she was physically gone in the car, how is she in the parking lot of this church before she went to school? I'm still confused about that. And I don't know if he threatened her life or something like that. But like I said, the math ain't mathing on that. All right. Let me get some of these super chats really, really quick. Thank you so much for the 2. Side note, Imani, yes, I heard about that. I heard that she has been found, which is great. Great news. From my understanding, she was found alive in a town an hour away from her hometown. So, and apparently the guy that was involved in it, that was with her, has been arrested as well. And yay to that as well. She got home in one piece. Hopefully I'll be able to do a little pop-up video on it a little bit later, or maybe over this, tomorrow or something like that. But that's really great news, of course. Madeline, thank you so much for the 10. I feel like Sarah Connor in Terminator, the scene where she's at work watching the news about another Sarah Connor that was M'd. That's funny because her name is Madeline and your name is Madeline. It's pretty wild, I'm sure. Okay. But let's continue on. Okay. That's 325. I was at 325. Somewhere around here.
At that time.
They say their top priority is still finding Maddie. Our cameras were rolling this morning as deputies transferred Stephen Stearns to the Osceola County Jail.
Where was Maddie last seen? Why aren't you helping her mother and her family? This is a little girl. Help them find Maddie. Where is Maddie?
And the sheriff thinks that answer will be found in Kissimmee, which is why Orange County is now turning over their investigation to Kissimmee police.
Right now, our top priority is recovering Madeline. We are still appealing to our community for its help in this case.
Jail officials tell us that Stearns will face a judge tomorrow morning.
Interesting. If he actually wants to be seen. Remember, he was like, apparently he was refusing to be seen by, go be seen in court, which was very, very interesting to me nonetheless. All right. Real quick, of course, this is all still kind of breaking information, breaking news, of course. First off, I want to say my heart is broken to hear this. I mean, we already knew that we were going to hear something of this, of some sort of her being found eventually. I didn't know it was going to happen so fast. I will say that. I was a little bit shocked about how quickly she was found. Okay. But for those of y'all who are just getting to the party, that are late to the party, late to the show, Madeline's remains have been found. They have confirmed that. Family has been notified. And of course, now that they have remains, now that they have a body, hopefully they are charging this piece of work, Stephen Stearns, with some serious charges right now. Okay. And I'm also curious if there are other victims, if he has other victims as well. It feels like, I don't know. It could be his first victim, but something in my bones is screaming at me that this is more than just one time. This is more than just his first. That's just what I'm going to say. Okay. Please hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. And thank you. If you can, send it past, let's get it past 600 likes. Okay. We're almost there. 600 likes. Okay. Help the show out. That would really mean a lot. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. Now, here's the thing. Okay. Let's talk about this. I think he talked. I think he at least said something to give them something. They found her very quickly, right? Now, it could be that they were tipped off by somebody else. They could have followed his surveillance video, etc., and then they found themselves in this wooded area where she was found and all that. But there's something about it, the fact that he was moved from one place to the other. Like, I knew, for example, that there was going to be a press conference before they even announced that there was a press conference. As soon as I saw that he was moved from one area to another place, that's when I was like, oh, okay. I think he squawked. I think he talked. The reason why I say that is because of how they moved him. They went from one place, one holding jail, to another jail, and then they had a press conference. Okay? Something to me just tells me he moved because he talked and he said something. What he said, I don't know. He could have been like, maybe if you go down this road, you maybe will find in this possible wooded area, you might find, you know what I'm saying? He could have said something like that, which is interesting, but I don't know. Okay. But I want to share this with you guys. It's him getting transferred to another jail. Okay. So and it still drives me crazy when they're like, did you do it? You know what I mean? Why did you do it? You know what I mean? But at the same time, I get it. Reporters need to report. So let me show this to you guys really quick. All right. This is before the press conference that we just saw a couple hours ago. Okay.
Stefan, where's Maddie? Did you hurt her? Are you a pedophile? What's on your cell phone? Why aren't you talking to investigators? Where was Maddie last seen? Why aren't you helping her mother and her family? This is a little girl. Help them find Maddie. Where is Maddie? Where is she? What did you do with her? Tell us something.
Okay. First off, I get it. I always think that I only see these things in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're watching this like big true crimey thriller whodunit type of thing, and they're like, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Michael Smith, where were you at the time? Who did it? Why did you do? You know what I mean? You expect that in the movies, kind of for the dramatics, but in real life, I'm sorry. This is the same thing that happened with Brian Koberger when he did his first perp walk, and people are like, did you do it? And it's like, he's not going to stop his perp walk and say, come here. You want to know the truth? Like, nah, he going to walk right by. You know what I'm saying? Why do you do it? What was on your phone? Like, he's not going to turn to you and say a damn thing. He's not. So stop. If you try to get a rise out of him, it's not going to be. You're not going to get a rise out of him. And I get it. Reporters need to report. Okay, they're selling entertainment just as much as anybody else. Let's keep it a buck. All right. But still, it's kind of ridiculous. The reason why I'm showing this to you, though, is because he's being transferred from one place to another. Now, the question is there a reason that he got moved, that he got transferred? Did he say something? Was there more to it? Because clearly you got movement like that. Something happened. Either they, like somebody said, either he tracked his phone, right? Either they tracked his phone and they're like, man, we got so much stuff on you, bro. Aside from the spicy, disgusting content that you have on your phone, we got so much pitted against you, homie. Why don't you start talking? You know, I'm curious, right? So the fact that he got moved over and there's that kind of movement, to me, says something's up, okay? And of course, shoot, like an hour later or so, they announced that they were having a press conference, okay? And then they said, we know for a fact, like we are very confident to say that she is no longer here. We don't have her, but we know that she's no longer here. That to me says a lot. As soon as they moved him, I was like, oh, either he confessed or they got something on his ass. Okay? It just drives me crazy. It just drives me crazy. I'm sorry. Why do you do it? Like he's going to turn around and tell you, like, let me tell you the whole story. It was a dark and, you know, like, no. He not going to say a damn thing. Okay? No disrespect to reporters. You got to do your job. But still. It just, no. Okay? But moving on. Hold on. I'm just checking to see if there's any little bit more. Okay? Because, of course, I mean, this is very, very frustrating. Okay? Very, very frustrating to have any of this information like this out here. And of course, this is not how we wanted it to happen, right? I mean, of course, we now found out how she's passed, but at the same time, like, this is not how we wanted it to go, right? Hold on, I got to show you guys this too. This is a little bit of a trip down memory lane, but I do want to share it with you guys regardless. Some more interviews from other news stations with the family and, of course, with this piece of trash. And it's him actually speaking. He's actually talking, which I think is definitely worth the gander. Okay. This is piece of trash 10,059, whatever number I said, pig vomit. Okay. We got to talk about it though. All right. So apparently the parents or the mom and the boyfriend did another interview on a completely different news station. He speaks up and we just got to watch it as a family because it's just terrible. And actually Joyce K, the one with his hands is, we watched that on a few hours ago. This one is a completely different one and he's actually talking. Okay. If this is the one, hopefully it is. Hold on. There we go. Hopefully this is the one. I think this is the one. Okay. But I do want to share this one. Here we go.
So the first question is if I can have your first, your last name and spell them both out for me.
Okay. Jennifer Soto, JENNIFER SOTO.
Mother. Jennifer, tell me how you feeling right now.
I feel like I can't breathe.
Let me say this really quick. I know I got to go in and out of this for fair use and all that crap. I know it's frustrating, but this one's a completely different mama than the one that we just saw a few hours ago. Okay, in the very beginning, when she was saying oui, and all that in the very beginning, like she's French, oui, les enfants, les fromages. No, she is not doing that this time. She's not doing all this oui. She looks nervous. She looks scared. She looks like she actually cares. Where in the very beginning of the first one, it seemed very callous, very disconnected, right? But you see her, she's shaking her legs. She's scared. Okay, let's continue.
All I keep thinking about is, where is she? Is she safe? Is she okay? But we're all a wreck. My entire family's a mess.
Not him.
We're just so worried.
When did you first realize, or when did you file a missing report?
That dirty mother lover.
We filed a missing report. We called the police at like 4:45 yesterday, 4:45 p.m. But she actually went missing early that morning, around between 8:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning. She went missing. We had dropped her off close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Sorry.
Sounds like a dog, maybe? Or no? What is that? What is that? No disrespect. I don't know what that is. Is that a no disrespect? Is that a kid? Or is that a bird, like a parakeet? Like a cockatoo? Like what was that? Okay, I'm going to continue, but maybe it's a kid, and that's fine. But it was like a parrot, a bird. Okay. Hopefully she explains that.
Sorry about that.
What was that?
We dropped her off at school, close to school.
That was odd.
She wanted to walk the rest of the way.
Man.
I'm not sure what I'm allowed to share.
You share whatever you feel comfortable sharing. I know you had conversations with detectives. Not sure what that conversation is, but whichever you feel comfortable sharing, that will put the awareness out there.
Yeah, she was spotted walking by the church, by the middle school on the cameras. They saw her hang out in the parking lot for a little bit and then get up and leave. They didn't see a vehicle or anything else. They just saw her walk away around 9 a.m. heading towards the school, but she never made it.
Hold on. I got to write that back. I mean, write that back. I got to go back just for a second. Okay. No. Sorry. Really quick. I already got my hands on the affidavit. Okay. And let me just say this really quick. I am not going to read that out loud on this show. I am not. No disrespect to you, Virginia. I'm not trying to sit here and say, you're going, read it. You're going to love it. No. I ain't saying that. Okay. But I'm just not going to read it out loud. Okay. There's information about his nether regions, and apparently, I guess he's got a birthmark in his around that area. Okay. And apparently they saw his photos, and a lot of this birthmark, for lack of a better term, this pigmentation was seen a lot around other body parts, if that makes any sense. That is it. That's all I'm going to say. They found this stuff on his phone, and it's various things. And in the last show, I said, I'm not going to read that out loud. But you guys go and check it out when you get some time. I was tagged in it. Okay. I saw with my own two peepers, and I'm telling you right now, it is so disturbing. I can't read it out loud. Okay. Yeah, that is something. And it's so disturbing that they have parts that are actually redacted out of the thing. So you know that even them, they're getting queasy about that ish too. You feel me? Okay. So again, with all due respect, trust me, we've covered so many crazies. I just don't know how I'd be able to use code words, because almost every other word is a full-on red flag. Like it makes me want to just, okay, lose my lunch. Okay, like this bad. But this man is a disgusting individual. And I'm telling you right now, either those photos that he had in his phone are that of her, okay, after he done whatever he did to her, or he has old stuff. He's got like a collage of ish. And there's other photos of possible other victims on his phone. But I'm telling you right now, given the fact of what's going on with her, that was her stuff. I guarantee you 90% of that ish was her. Okay? Like, you know what I mean? You know, that's what I meant by like, if I were her, and I no disrespect to her, but I would be straight up tribal out here in these streets. Like his face would be on a t-shirt. Well, actually, his face wouldn't be on a t-shirt with this one, okay? Because if it was on a t-shirt, I would just burn that ish, and I wouldn't even piss out the ashes, okay? But I'm telling you right now, I would get straight tribal on this dude, okay? I'd get medieval on his ass. All right. He wouldn't even know who the hell I am. He's like, what? You were so nice before. Who are you? Yeah, he would not even know who I am. That's when you go schizo. That's when you go, okay, multiple personality type stuff. All right. Let me continue. I'm sorry. It burns my cookies, man. Especially reading that PCA, that affidavit. When I saw that affidavit, holy God. Okay. I gotta get it. Okay. And this is before having a child, and even after a child. Doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't matter. Just wrong doers, evil doers that do stuff like this to littles like this. Like I said, it doesn't even need to be my child. I would just be out there straight tribal on them on level. I'm telling you right now. All right. Woosah. Let's get into this.
What has the school said? Have you given in contact with the school?
Yes, that they're doing everything they can. They've given me all their resources. The principals called me. They've looked at their cameras. I don't think they've caught anything on the cameras is too far away from the sidewalk. Everything is too grainy, so they can't see specific faces. But they've looked.
So, but why would that information be out here? Okay. Like, why would they put out that information if it's like grainy? Like, it could be a loose plastic bag, like American Beauty, just floating in the wind. You're just automatically thinking that it's her. I'm sorry, that just doesn't. Why would you put out that information if you don't know for sure? That's all I'm saying. And yeah, there's a whole lot of we here too. Like it's a lot of French words. Why we?
I'm just waiting to hear anything else from them.
Is this normal behavior?
Not at all.
To just not show up or call or text or anything?
Not at all, no. She, from time to time, she will leave her cell phone at home accidentally, and that's actually what happened yesterday. She left her phone.
How convenient.
Home. She went to school. But that happens from time to time. She's got ADHD. Her memory, she's very forgetful. So yeah, there's no way to track her right now because the detectives don't have her phone. But this isn't normal behavior now.
What was the last thing, I guess, the conversation that you two had, you and your daughter?
We spoke about her birthday party. She had a birthday party on Sunday. She had a great time. I couldn't make it because I was working.
It's wild stuff.
But she had an amazing time. She was so happy with all her gifts. I told her good night, and yeah, that was it. I was the one who took her to school in the morning. That was my partner. Yeah.
Okay, real quick, because I saw Sleuthy Goosey. I forgot that part was in there too, which I found to be weird too. That's odd, yo. I'm just doing this. This is Red Flag City. Red Flag City. Look, affidavit said he picked her up to take her to school. So if that is actually true, that he pulled up and took her from the house into the car and then drove her, what the hell happened? What the hell does that mean? Either he walked in the house, unalived her, took her out and put her in the car, or he unalived her in the car. Like all the activity, all the, this unthinkable thing happened inside the car then. You know what? Hold on. We got to cross-reference some things. And trust me, we're continuing on with this video. Promise you we are. But let me just say something. Let me just look at this really, really quick. Because you fine individuals out here have shared a lot of this stuff to me, letting me know what's going on and all that. And I do appreciate it, okay? One of them is the affidavit that I want to get really quick. Now, I'm not sharing the gruesome stuff, okay? I'm not. All I'm doing is I want to pull up the actual part. I'm not reading this other spicy-ish. That's like mainly on the second page. But on the affidavit here, okay? So we're still safe. I promise you guys, we are still safe. I'm not venturing into the spicy the disgusting content, okay? But let's look at this really, really quick before we continue. All right? So digitally appears the affiant, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into this. Affiant course. Okay, blah, blah. Okay, so around, so around 2000 hours, I guess, February 26th, okay, she was reported missing by her mother, okay? The mother advised her daughter's stepfather. See, now it says stepfather, which is strange. Don't you think that we hear boyfriend, we hear partner, we hear ex-boyfriend, but in paperwork it says stepfather. That's so odd, right? Okay. And yes, thank you, Karma. It's 8 o'clock at night. So she reported her missing around 8 o'clock at night. Okay. So back to this. Advised that her daughter's stepfather, Stephen Stearns, picked her up from home and dropped her off at Hunter Creek's Middle School, 13400 Town Loop Boulevard, Orlando, Florida, on February that morning. Okay. The mother then went to pick her up from school at dismissal and learned that she never showed to school. Now, here's the thing. Again, in an interview was conducted with this piece of trash who advised he picked up little Maddie and dropped her off in front of Peace United Methodist Preschool, okay, which was down the street from the school at 8:40 a.m. School starts at Hunter Creek Middle School at 9:30 a.m. So it shows that his vehicle with Florida tag such and such driving down this road, I guess. During the interview, he provided consent to search his phone. However, he had, quote unquote, accidentally performed a factory reset on his phone on the 26th, the same day she went missing. So let me just go back, okay? Again, we already talked about how he was like, oh, well, damn it, doggum it, I forgot that I hit the reset button on the same day. What a coinky dank. Oopsie. But you can have my phone, but I did do a factory reset. You don't think that these dudes aren't able to, you know what I'm saying? Do their thing? Dive into that mother lover? This dude's a piece of work. Tell me you did it without telling me you did it. Okay? It should be a song. But look at this. It says he picked her up. So what's up with that? That math part that ain't mathing. Don't you think? He went to pick her up. Again, let me repeat this. He went to pick her up. Thank you, Sleuthy. Shout out to Sleuthy, okay? But still, good point. Damn, you armchair detectives picking things up faster than me. But at the same time, he picked her up. It's not like, I will say this though too. Only pushback I'll say. There's a good possibility. She's 13 years old. She could have the responsibility of locking up the house behind her, locking the door behind her before she leaves, and all that. What are the chances of her actually, mama went off to work already, or maybe was asleep at that time? Maybe she was passed out. I don't know, sleep. And pig vomit, drove up, came in the house, did some unthinkable thing, carried her into the car and drove off. That's a possibility. Maybe mommy already went off to work. You see what I'm saying? So there is that piece I'm curious about. But at the same time, I'm going, and that's the other question I was just about to ask, Susie, damn it. But I was about to ask that, okay? I thought that they all lived together as well. So if he came to pick her up, why would he? You see what I'm saying? The math, the timeline ain't timelining, ain't lining up. You feel me? It's a bit odd. The timeline ain't timelining. I'm just saying. So let's continue. But something ain't right here. Does this mean that she's guilty? You know what I mean? Does this mean she did something? Not exactly. It just puts the possibility on the table. You see what I'm saying? So we still have to take this at face value. She could still be absolutely innocent as hell, or she guilty as F, and something went down here. Okay? Something went down. Here's the other thought I thought in my head before, right after I got done with the show, on the last show. And I'm just going to exercise it for a second. This is speculation. This is going to be absolutely knuckin' futs, what I'm about to say. The words that are about to utter out of my mouth. Okay? But this is the strangest idea and the strangest thought I had. So just ride with me. Speculation warning. Okay? Actually, let me just put this in. Okay? Speculation warning. What are the chances? Like I said, random speculation. What are the chances if she got upset? Mama found out what happened. Bad things happened. Now Madeline's no longer here. I'm just throwing that out there. What if she loved this man so much, but didn't know that this stuff was going down? Felt some type of way. Bad things happened. He tried to cover it up. Now he's arrested. Now he's in prison. Or now he's going to be in prison. Just saying. I don't know. Because it just seems weird. He goes and picks her up. And then all this goes down. And the timeline ain't timelining for me. And I know it's not all timelining for you guys either. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, look at her with speculation and, with that inquisitive, speculative eye. No. Let 5-0 do what they need to do. But even so, I'm telling you, right? I mean, me, myself, if I knew the last person to see my baby girl or my son, my child, was the man or woman that, like the spouse or the boyfriend, girlfriend that I'm sorry, I am not trying to save you. We are not boyfriend, girl. We ain't friends. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense that she's still going like, we. I'd be like, no, I was over here and I did this. That man did some other things. I don't know what he did. You might want to ask his ass, but I'm going to be over here. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like so fast. Oh, we ain't friends? He was the last one to see her. I don't know. Ask him. I'll tell you what I know. I was here at such and such. I was asleep. He showed up, picked up my girl, and then she gone. He's the last one to see her. So you go talk to him. That's what I would be doing. Shoot. I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense. I would not be trying to save I don't give a damn how good the sex is. I don't care. If you are the last one to see my flesh and blood, my seed, I'm distancing myself as far away from your ass as I can. I'm not sitting here saying, oui, le fromage, les enfants. Chocolat bleu. No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not. Just saying. But let's bring it all the way back down to earth. We don't know what's going on here. She could very well just be innocent and just being ignorant. She could be completely naive right here. She could. This makes me think of who the F did I marry? You guys remember, if you guys remember, I asked you guys like earlier, this past weekend about if you guys have been seeing the who the F did I marry situation. And if you don't know about it, we may do a watch party on that, but it's one of those things where, and this happens to men and women. Okay, so what I'm applying, or what I'm going to say here, what I'm addressing is going to be written in female form or in the female perspective here. Okay, but there's a lot of women out here that will sit there and go, "Oh, I finally found a man, right? Finally found one," and they just hold on for dear life. It doesn't matter how many red flags are flown up. Doesn't matter how trashy the person is. All he cares about is you, right? So finally, somebody for me. And you're willing to just bend the rules as much as you can, Like he really obsesses over serial killer stories and stuff. No, it's fine. It's totally normal. No. He's my man. He's my man. You know what I'm saying? And it's his obsession on that stuff ain't for a job or anything like that. He's got posters on the wall of Jeffrey Dahmer, stuff like that. And you're like, no, he's mine, but he's mine. He's my boo. And it's like, no, you need to run as fast as you can. The brainwashing, the manipulation is real, especially when you're desperate and the biological clock is ticking. I'm sorry I said it. It's like, he'll do. Come here, he'll do. You know what I mean? Same thing with men too. Same thing with men. Plenty of trashy women out here. Treat the men like trash, but they look good on his arm. Dudes are all sitting there hitting that like button on her IG. But she a baddie. And he's willing to go through the gauntlet. She'll do. And yes, she's the one making his life a living hell. So I look at this situation, it's kind of like, she's like, we. And I'm like, wait a second. Are you really that brainwashed? Is he blowing you back out that good to the point where you're not instantly separating yourself from the prime suspect? Just seems a bit odd. Just saying, seems a bit odd. But never underestimate the power of denial. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Never underestimate the power of denial. And I will say this too. Ladies, never underestimate the power of getting dickmatized. I said it. Let's continue.
13?
She's 13 years old, yes.
13,
Madeline.
What are you thinking right now?
In my heart, I feel like somebody took her. This isn't like her to just pick up and run away, or just not go to school. I don't know what to think. The friends' parents, you've contacted and you went through every single person? Everyone that we know that she knows. We've contacted them all, reached out to them. The parents have gone out to search and look for her as well. And we haven't come up with anything.
I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook, Hunters Creek rants and raves, and what have you? Did people say that they were going to conduct some type of like search party or anything?
A lot of people have asked me to volunteer, like if there is one, if they can do one. I have people passing out flyers, going to every store in that vicinity, a gas station, church. I think people were being stopped in the street this morning in front of the school to see if they've seen anything, if they've heard anything. My family they're going all out right now. Yeah.
I know as a mother, a lot is going on in your brain.
So much
to bring her back home. What have the law enforcement told you that you are able to share?
I mean, that they're doing the best they can. They've had detectives come out, interview us. They took a piece of her clothing for the canine dog to see if they can sniff her out. I'm not sure when that's being done.
Do you have any inkling where she possibly could be? Like if you would say, okay, last time I went to work and came back, she was at Jane's house or Sabrina's house, and maybe I forgot to check that house, or she played at this park one week and maybe she went back there or something like that.
We've looked everywhere we could have thought, and anywhere she would have been. She would have known to wait for me at the school. But we did check if she could have walked. My mom's office is close to the school. We checked there. We checked the walking paths that she could have taken. We've checked all of her friend's house. I think we've checked everywhere I could think of, honestly.
What do you think? Oh gosh, I just had it tip my tongue. What was she wearing?
She was last seen wearing a green hoodie, black shorts, white Crocs, a black JanSport backpack with gray hibiscus flowers on it.
And you said this is not like her.
Not at all.
To run away, an argument, anything like that to provoke her?
She's never done anything like this, no. And we haven't had any arguments recently to have this outcome.
What school?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Tom, any questions?
No.
Is there anything that you think our viewers would need to know about the way you're feeling, the way the family's feeling, Madeline?
We are desperate for any answers, anything that you can do to help. I'm here for it. Just please, if you see my daughter, just please bring her home.
Okay. I know with all that I just said and everything, I'm still trying to give her, the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. This could just very well be a woman completely in the dark, completely oblivious to the things that her boyfriend was doing. But then, after reading that thing, the part of the probable cause affidavit, or the affidavit, something really sticks out to me that's kind of bothering me. And it's the stepfather. It's the line stepfather. I'm still trying to figure out, are they married? Are they not? Was she calling him stepfather? And was that some brand or some method of grooming? If you get what I'm saying, I got to use these code words. But if they weren't legally married, why would she ever tell her daughter or refer to him as stepfather? You know what I'm saying? You just took the words out of my mouth, S-Dubs, like a daddy. You know what I'm saying? That's a little odd to me, y'all. That's weird. So again, like I said, he came up, picked her up, etc. And in this interview, it's hard to fully digest or fully critique and go, oh yeah, she knew. Because you're looking at a woman who's getting interviewed. This is the wildest thing that has ever happened, I'm sure, to her in her entire life. Being on the news, for crying out loud, being on camera, talking about her missing daughter at this moment, not knowing which way is up, not knowing what's the truth and what's not the truth. You see what I'm saying? I can only imagine what she's going through. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. So we got to leave a little bit of room for that, you know? And not everybody cries. Shoot, you go to a funeral, some people are laughing their asses off. Let's keep it a buck. You know? Everyone deals with it differently. You know, some people will drink profusely. Some people just want to go into a dark corner and cry themselves to sleep, you know, or sleep all day, right? Everyone deals with this type of grief and this type of tragedy differently. So we got to leave that room out there. But it is the things that she is saying that has been a bit weird. And of course, with the affidavit that we've already talked about as well. It just, something's just not right here to me.
I just hope you're okay, Maddie. I hope you're safe. I hope you're not hurt. I just hope she's okay.
When did you notice that she was missing? Because this was at the beginning of the morning.
She got dropped off in the morning. We did not notice until after school pickup at 4 o'clock when I went to go pick her up and she wasn't at school.
Somebody asked in the super chat that I want to grab really, really quick. And I was wondering the same doggone thing. Karen, Texas, thank you so much for the 5. Why didn't the school call the mother to say she was not in school? Apparently, they didn't notify her. She just said it right then, that they didn't notify her until
the morning.
She got dropped off in the morning. We did not notice until after school pickup at 4 o'clock when I went to go pick her up and she wasn't at school.
So apparently, okay, let me correct myself. It sounds like she never got a notification, that she never got a phone call or a text message about her missing, her absence at school, Madeline's absence. So what's up with that? Now, I understand that not all schools do that, which I'm going to tell you, every school should be doing that, for crying out loud. And every school should be doing that before lunchtime. That procedure should be happening before lunchtime. No disrespect, but what do the people inside the principal's office have to? You can't assign one person to go through the list of names that are absent that day and send out those emails or do the phone calls and whatnot and just let people know. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. So you're telling me that this girl could have been long gone all day and the mom didn't know until she pulled up? That's bad, y'all. That's really, really bad. And I wouldn't be surprised if the school starts seeing and facing some problems here, or having the PTA or, you know, the committee, whoever, the parents of the school coming together and being like, y'all need to change your procedures right now. I'm not letting my kid matriculate here ever again. Then F that. I'm out. My kid's out. You didn't let her know until she pulled up to pick her up. That's insane. That's scary. That's scary. One more thing. Rhonda, thank you so much for the 5. They know she was unalive when she was put in the car. This mom is admitting she was there that morning. Why does she keep saying we? It makes no sense. I agree. It's weird. The timeline, now we got a new saying. The timeline ain't timelining. To me, it's not. Because if he pulled up, picked her up, and took her to school, something happened between the time that she left the house and got into the car. And again, I keep wondering, did this act, the DMing, happen en route in the car? They're making it sound like it happened around the house. So what the hell happened here, guys? It makes no bloody sense. And Royston, Royston, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate that. And just like Roy, I'll just call you Roy for right now. Please hit that join button down below. Become a member. Okay. But that part doesn't make sense. Let's continue on. There's more.
So we're going in 24 hours.
Doesn't make sense.
Now.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. No word. No text message. No messages anywhere from her. I've looked at all her social medias. I've looked at all her games she could have played with. Any app. No weird conversations. No. Nothing strange. Everything was conversations with just normal friends or us.
She knows how to get home by herself, as if, like, let's just say, take a bus or an Uber or something like that. She would know how to get home alone, correct?
I'm not sure. I don't know if she would know how to get home. Maybe, I mean, I'm thinking if someone got in the car with her and if she pointed the way, what roads, she probably could figure out how to get, but like, does she know her full address? I don't think she does.
Which would give me it just puts in my brain that she always comes home with someone.
She always comes home with me.
There's no need for her to really. Okay.
So odd. It's so odd, but it may be nothing.
All right. The first question.
We gotta hold on. Okay, we gotta hold on for a second. Here comes piece of trash. Here comes pig vomit. Okay. Now I will say this: you saw that interview. That her reactions are a bit odd, but we have to leave a few things on the table, which we already talked about. But we are going to leave on the table that it could look very like it looks suspicious. I will agree. It looks weird. But this takes the cake. We have got to take a look at this. Pardon my French, but we got to take a look at this shit. I'm sorry. This is just what in the is going on here. Yeah. This piece of trash. Let's take a listen. He only lasts for 5 minutes.
Get your first and last name and spell them both out for me.
Stephen Stearns, STEPHANSTERNS.
Pig vomit.
All right, so Stephen, you seem very emotional right now. Explain to us.
I dropped her off. Everything looked fine when I drove away. It's the last time we saw her.
More. The conversation that y'all had in the car when you dropped her off.
Not much. She was asleep for most of the way. Told her have a good day at school when she got out. I love her. She said thanks, love you too. That was it.
I love her too. You know, she got in the car, she was asleep. When she got up, she got out of the car, said, love you, have a good day at school. Shut up.
And so where do you think she could possibly be? I mean, this isn't, as I was told, this isn't normal behavior.
This is not normal behavior. She's not the type that would just run off. We don't know where she can be. We're scared.
We don't know where she could be. We're scared. We just don't know. I'm gonna keep looking down at your shoes because I can't keep crying. If I look in your eyes, I'm gonna break. I'm gonna break this whole act of fake tears. F this guy.
We just want her home.
Are you, in a sense, blaming yourself?
It's hard not to.
Why?
Because you did it.
I dropped her off early. I could have waited longer. She looked okay. She was walking towards the school when I saw her. It was like any other day, so I went on with my day. It's hard not to blame myself.
The entire time he's looking straight down. Do you realize that? Every time he talks, he's looking straight down. And then as soon as he gets done with finishing his lie,
What has the conversation been with Jen since?
She's been a lot stronger than me. She's been holding it together really well. And it just keeps coming in waves. Just the reality keeps hitting. We don't know where she is.
Why is he more emotionally destroyed than the mama right now? I mean, think about that for a second. Okay? And he needs to get rid of that baseball cap. That ain't even fitted. It's supposed to be fitted. And that ain't even fitting on his head. It's just all lopsided. I pick your Aphrodite because it's flat on one side. He needs to pick a different hat. All right? I'm done with this trash. Somebody said something that caught my eye. I want to make sure I throw this up here. Pig Vomit said she was asleep. He says, I mean, a true tell right there to cover his ass. Yup. Okay. Melissa, thank you so much for the $4 super sticker. Blah. Pig Vomit. Yeah, I'm calling him Pig Vomit. His name is Pig Vomit. Taters and Pig Vomit are going to, if they ever cross paths, they're going to have a great time together. Dropping the soap all at the same time. Ready? 1, 2. Oopsies. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let me move on. Pig Vomit. Oh, this is so disgusting.
You don't know if she's safe. We're just scared. We just want her home.
Have you, like, literally put boots on the ground, went out?
Yeah, I even went out with the cops where I had dropped her off. And we looked all up and down the road, all along the communities, and there was nothing helpful. None of the cameras were pointing the street. Nothing, which in 2024 was surprising. The church across the street had some cameras, and they mentioned seeing her waiting around in the parking lot for a while before moving on.
You hear that? So now even is he putting words in the church people's mouths? Don't worry, I'm going to roll that back. We're going to roll that 10 seconds back. I want you to hear that again. Pig Vomit said what?
Went out.
Yeah, I even went out with the cops where I had dropped her off. And we looked all up and down the road, all along the communities, and there was nothing helpful. None of the cameras were pointing the street.
You don't think that maybe he knew that before this? But let's get to the part that I'm reacting to.
Nothing, which in 2024 was surprising. The church across the street had some cameras, and they mentioned seeing her waiting around in the parking lot for a while before moving on.
Is he lying here straight on camera? I mean, I think he is, right? Because let's be real. They said that the footage that they have is too grainy, right? And I mean, it could have been a speck of dust floating in the wind and it could have looked like a human being. So maybe the church said that they saw kids outside playing and he's just lumping her into the group of kids that were playing there so that he has a little bit something so that they can get off of his track, get off of his ass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But okay. He added that.
And that was it. But it was grainy. It was grainy footage and not much else.
Does it seem like she walked west, east?
They said in the direction of the school. I'm not sure what that is.
Lies. All lies from this man. It is insane. How many lies are coming out of this man's mouth? I'm going to continue.
What was the language? Not language verbally, body language. When you dropped her off, did she seem happy? Was she like, I'm going to meet my friends?
Happy. She had a happy weekend. She just turned 13. She had her 13th birthday party.
He got the Kleenex.
We were all together here, and She's just very happy. She was a happy kid. She's very sweet. She's a very sweet girl. She brings a lot of joy to us, and we just not knowing.
So the unknown is killing you.
Yeah, it's like our whole world is upside down. Not feeling her presence here is. Sorry. It's hard.
Why is he?
I know you're fine.
How is he more torn up than the mom? You know what I'm saying? Even my baby girls go, "What's up with that, Papa?" Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing. Why is he's more torn up than Mama? Look at his face. And help me. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And you help. You need to help me. I don't know what to do. This isn't even my child. This is so frustrating. Why does evil like this exist? Why? Why does evil exist? Why does evil like this exist? All jokes aside, this angers the hell out of me, okay? All jokes aside, I'm just roasting him because he's pig vomit. But at the same time, there is real mother lovers out here in these streets that are still out here in these streets that are just like this man, if not worse. I would be I would not be surprised if Madeline is not his only victim. I'm just saying, I mean, victim that he unalived, possibly. Okay. This dude is terrible. And it's diabolical that he agreed to do an interview. Well, actually, I get that he would do an interview because he needs to cover his tracks and he needs to stay on the side of sympathy. And if he doesn't speak up, that's when everyone goes, well, where's the stepdad? Or where's the boyfriend? Whatever his name is. Where's pig vomit? Right? Because remember, with Audrey Cunningham, we all are still wondering, hey, where's daddy at? Right? Where's Joshua? Where the hell is he? We still haven't heard a damn thing from him, except for a press release with them saying like, we leaned on God and we believe in second chances. Remember that BS? So of course he's got to get in front of this. But the fact that he has to sit here and say all this stuff, adding more BS, is mind-blowing to me. It blows my mind. I wish they could I hope that they use this in court. And they show that this is a guy that is so diabolical. How diabolical is he? He's so diabolical that they need to lock him up and throw away the key. That's what I want to say. Dag nabbit.
No need to apologize. What do you want our viewers to know when they see this?
She's a sweetheart. She's a very sweet, kind girl. Just please be nice to her. Bring her home if you find her. Tell her that we love her. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay.
I mean, if someone were to come in contact with...
The only thing that he has said real or true in this whole thing is about her being a good girl, her being a wonderful individual, all right? A wonderful child. That's the only thing that he has said that is true out of this whole freaking thing. Can you believe that, Ish? And the entire time, and he can't even lock eyes with the interviewer or even the camera itself because the lies are just that thick.
With her, and you gave me her diagnoses. Would it be easy to approach her without any like agitation or anything?
Yeah. She's a good kid. She's a good kid.
If you can sum up in one complete sentence: waking up, getting ready to drop her off at school, dropping her off at school, to now speaking to me after talking to the police about her being missing for over 24 hours right now. In one complete sentence, what would that be?
A living nightmare. It's a living nightmare.
Okay, I can't with this mother lover. Okay. I'm sure he's got more BS coming out of his freaking front hole of his face.
They started off like any other. I just want to wake up and just get hit with waves of the reality just setting in.
Stop. Come on, guys. This is terrible. How is this real? How How is this even real? It's so messed up and it's so bad. Like, I'm so angry, but I'm actually like, it's laughable, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me just roll it back and finish this trash. Pig vomit.
I just want to wake up.
Oh, God.
Get hit with waves of the reality just setting in. As soon as it got dark last night, we started falling apart because we knew it wasn't going to come to an end. And now we're going on 24 hours and still nothing. Just conflicting reports here and there. People say they see this or that. None of it's conclusive and none of it's helpful. We just want a baby girl back.
Tom, any questions? No, I'm good.
So what do you say to that? What do you think? Trash. Garbage. The worst acting I've ever seen. We've seen some things on this show, okay? We have witnessed some very disturbing, disgusting individuals even take the stand and just straight up lie out their holes. This is probably the worst one I've ever seen. And why wasn't this out here? Why wasn't this interview before he actually was, caught for doing all this stuff? Why wasn't this interview out here like for everyone to see? I didn't see this until today. Yeah, this is Lily Black. Yeah, this is very Chris Watts-ish. Okay, very Chris Watts-ish. This screams Chris Watts. And that dude was smiling all up in the videos, trying to use his charm and his sadness and all that stuff, right? Trying to be charismatic and sad at the same time, which is interesting. But at the same time, still got caught, right? Now, that's the most diabolical of them all. But this guy did not. This guy's. Let's just say I'm really happy he got caught and that he's in prison. He's in jail right now. And he's going to be looking at some very long times behind bars. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, this did happen in Florida. But from my understanding, Florida can be really harsh when it comes to stuff like this. I'm hoping that he stays behind bars for a very, very long effing time. But dear Lord. And then still, I have questions about the mama too. I do. I'm going to keep it a buck. I still have questions about mama. But I don't know if mama is entirely in the under the guilt awning. Under the guilty awning. I just don't know. Something ain't mathing to me. The timeline, especially, is not timelining for me. Her phone was left behind. There's still a text message that was sent to a friend saying that she wanted to live out in the woods. Maybe, LOL, LMFAO kind of thing. But that was one of the last text messages that she sent to her friend before she went missing. So I'm still wondering why or how. How did that transpire? What's the timeline of that? Or did he fabricate the text message to a friend, to one of her friends, to one of them that he obviously already knew. Oh, I'm going to send this to Susie. That'll be funny. Whatever it may be. And then they'll think that she ran away. Or mama's involved and they concocted this whole story together. But I still am leaning very, very hard on the fact that daddy did some, no, not daddy, but stepdaddy or boyfriend or whatever the hell he is, monster pig vomit here. He did that ish, all his lonesome. He came up with the discarding her where he discarded her. He did this. He did the unaliving and all that stuff. But he has not confessed or said anything of that sort yet either. So I'm wondering what's up. Okay. And somebody said, I guess you're asking, Gwenny just said, is the mom covering something up? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. And then, of course, I'm wondering as well, Sierra, where is the real dad? What's up with the real dad? But this case is very strange and very crazy to me. And I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. It's still very tragic because, of course, we did. I think I said thank you, Melissa, but I'll say it again. Thank you, Melissa, for the $4 super sticker. And thank you so much for the support. Thank you for all the super stickers and the super chats. It really does mean a lot. Okay. But at the end of the day, very, very odd series of events here. This is tragic. This part is extremely tragic to me because you got somebody who went out of his way to make this ish up. Now, Awesome Treasure said real dad is in prison. If that is true, that's very interesting. Okay. If he really is in prison right now, that's very, very interesting. That's very interesting. But yeah, all of this is very odd. Of course, there's going to be more information, I'm sure, that's going to be trickling out as time goes on. Of course, her remains have been found. So now they have the remains. So hopefully we can find out exactly what happened to her. I hope we get some more information here, right? Not the affidavit, her autopsy, etc. There's going to be a lot more being said over the next couple weeks. So we'll be on the lookout for it for sure. But hopefully we get justice for this young girl. And if there's anybody else that may be involved, I hope they bring them to justice as well as quickly as possible. But anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for riding with me, going through all of that. Okay. Hopefully it was still entertaining. Yes, it's sad, but I hope, you got the information that you needed and all that as well. Okay. Oh man, it's crazy, guys. This whole thing's crazy, but I appreciate you guys for being here. Again, do me a favor, hit that like button down below, hit that reaction button if you're watching on Facebook, please and thank you. All right, please and thank you. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button, okay? And follow me on my social medias, okay? The Pascal Show, one word. That's on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, or, X, Twitter, you know what I mean, okay? Go check those out. And, of course, if you still want to become a member, hit that join button down below. Become a member. Support the channel. Support the hard work that exists out here, my brothers and sisters. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for sure, okay? We got a whole other wild story to talk about. Be on the lookout for it. It'll be tomorrow morning, so be on the lookout, okay? Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Much love to you guys. I love every single last one of y'all. Have a safe night. If I don't see you this weekend, have a great weekend. You deserve it, okay? And we'll be talking very, very soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. See you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.